WCBI News at 10 starts now.
A historic day in Mississippi. The state flag is officially retired. Thank you for staying up with us tonight. Governor Tate Reeves signs a bill that will bring down the banner just 2 days after the legislature passed it. The flag, first adopted in 1894, was the last in the nation to contain the Confederate battle emblem. For the time being, the state will be without an official flag. A commission will be tasked with creating a new one. There are two requirements. It must not contain any Confederate symbols, and it must include the state motto, "In God We Trust." The new design will be put to a statewide vote in November. As Governor Tate Reeves signs the bill to adopt a new state flag, historians are reflecting on its meaning, past and present. Our Stephanie Poole explains.
You've probably heard the saying, history repeats itself. But Stephanie Rolfe, an associate professor of history at Millsaps College, says the motion to redesign the Mississippi state flag is a new beginning.
The Confederate battle flag's inclusion in the Mississippi state flag was a decision that was made in 1894 as a gesture to reassure aging Confederate veterans that their state government had not forgotten about them. At the same time, though, we have to kind of widen our understanding of why those guys fought in the first place, which was to preserve slavery in the state. In efforts to symbolize the people of the South, Rolfe says the emblem in the upper left-hand corner has often divided the state rather than uniting it. That Confederate battle flag is not just about that particular moment or even just about the Civil War. It's about a symbol for white dominance, intimidation, terror, and violence. And that controversial perspective has developed over time.
Over the years, the flag issue built up. Some people viewed it as the flag of heritage. Some people viewed it as a flag of oppression.
Rufus Ward says the vote to remove the flag will make momentous strides to unite the people of Mississippi and create more opportunities here for everyone.
It's significant that you really had both Republicans and Democrats supporting a new flag in the legislature and the huge margin of vote to change the flag. I think that says a lot about the spirit in Mississippi that we really do want to get together and work together.
Rolfe and Ward agree. It's a task long overdue.
The flag coming down is an incredible first step, but it is only one in a long series of reckoning with this state's history. I hope that we are not closing the door on this conversation, but that we are opening ourselves up.
Reporting in Lowndes County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
The state flag will be placed in the Museum of Mississippi History there in Jackson. Not everyone is accepting the decision by the state legislature to abolish the Mississippi state flag. A group in Tupelo believes the citizens of the Magnolia State should have had a say. WCBI's Chad Groening has details.
To take back our nation.
These people call themselves a group of patriots who believe their rights are being taken away. Their official name is PRIME, which stands for Patriots for Rights, Integrity, Morals, and Ethics. They gathered at Veterans Park to plan a July rally they hope will allow them to make their voices heard.
I feel that the voters were cheated. I feel that they bypassed this, they hurried it through for whatever reasons. It's beknown to me. However, we are citizens of Mississippi. We are taxpayers, and we are the ones that furnish the jobs that those representatives so lavishly enjoy. And we were cheated. We were not heard. We were not given our voice.
Many people believe the Confederate emblem on the state flag represents the tyranny of slavery and divides people.
If a single flag could unite or divide an entire state, then I would be for the unity of whatever flag it would take to bring our state together. However, it's not going to. It's going to be a matter of what changes on the inside of people, because a piece of cloth is not going to bring you together. It's not going to make you love your neighbor. Your heart is what has to change.
The group hopes to draw a large crowd at the July 18th event. Smith says they intend to conduct a peaceful rally. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
Event organizers say they expect opposition to their event, but plan to carry on.
We've had some towering storm clouds in the region today and this evening. That was spotted on the eastern horizon, that storm over there in West Alabama. Now we're watching the northern horizon, a big batch of storms up here across southwest Tennessee, even one blip there in Tishomingo County. This is moving southeast, and it looks like some of this will gradually sink into northeast Mississippi and northwestern Alabama over the next 1 to 2 hours, it would appear. So we will keep the chance for a few showers or storms going across the northern and northeastern parts of the area tonight. Look at these lows, though. Low to mid 70s, very muggy. And we will stay muggy tomorrow. Highs up to around 90 degrees again. But as you can see right here, we will have an opportunity just about at any time for a shower or storm. Your full forecast in just a few minutes.
Lowndes County Board of Supervisors meetings, they don't normally draw much attention, but that was not the case this morning. There is a change at the head of the table. Harry Sanders resigns as president of the Lowndes County Board of Supervisors this morning, but he says that's as far as he'll go. Some of his fellow supervisors say that's not far enough. As Cash Matlock reports, they say conducting county business will be almost impossible with Sanders still in the room.
Therefore, I submit my resignation as board president immediately, and I intend to continue to represent the people of District 1.
Sanders opened Tuesday's board meeting with this short message before swapping seats with former vice president of the board and District 3 supervisor John Holloman. Soon after, the floor opened for discussion.
I too believe Harry should resign from his position on the board. His comments in the paper are hurtful to a lot of people.
District 2 Supervisor Trip Hairston doubling back on a statement he gave to WCBI just last week in favor of Sanders remaining on the board. Fellow Supervisor Leroy Brooks calling it a pleasant surprise.
But the one thing that made me feel good was Trip Hairston voted with us to call for his resignation.
Hairston, Brooks, and Supervisor Jeff Smith all voted for Sanders to remove himself from the board completely. They say stepping down as president will not be enough.
Please, sir, I'm asking you, in the name of Jesus, to resign from this board.
Then do the right thing now, and you know what the right thing is. And the right thing is for you to remove yourself from this situation so this county can heal and can go forward.
Supervisor Jeff Smith says it will be difficult to handle county business until this issue is resolved.
I expected us to come up here, request Harry resign from the board. We didn't get that commitment today, but we got a commitment from the people that we're not going to go away.
Supervisors voted 3-2 on the resolution asking Sanders to resign from the board.
Supervisors John Holloman and Trip Hairston declined to comment today. A crowd of protesters gathered outside the courthouse calling for the same thing that some inside were wanting. As the meeting went on, they were hoping to hear the news that Sanders would step down as a supervisor. Quentin Smith spoke with some of them to find out what's driving the discontent.
The signs were simple,
justice and equality for all,
but yet powerful.
Harry must go.
All calling for Harry Sanders to give up his seat as a county supervisor after making racist comments 2 weeks ago.
I do understand all of the other supervisors. I understand that they're not going to be able to get work done. They're not going to be able to get work done with him at the table knowing what he has said.
There's not an apology for this. He's wrong. He needs to leave.
Russell Brandon was one of the dozens of protesters calling for Sanders' resignation. He says he felt compelled to speak out and join in on the fight after multiple encounters with racism from past experiences.
I didn't do things sooner. I tolerated this sort of disgusting racism for too long. I spent too much time at Thanksgivings putting off that racist uncle, just saying that, oh, he's dumb, whatever, nothing's going to happen. This is what happens as a consequence of that.
Sanders did resign as board president, which is a position he's held for nearly 2 decades. However, many people believe that's not good enough. They want him to step down from the board altogether. Many in Lowndes County believe his presence on the board is continuing to plague the community.
With him staying on the board, it's just going to be divided, and the community is still going to be divided. So then he got a lot on his shoulder that he needs to understand. It's not just the community, it's the economic. Who want to bring something here? Nobody. Everybody going to look at, why should we? We can still get somebody racist sitting on the board.
Hopefully he'll go to bed tonight and think about it again and decide to do what's best for the county.
With people here participated to bring forth justice,
this is what we have to have.
I do not think the county can move forward. I do not think any county could move forward with someone like him on their board. And I hope that anyone who's watching this right now, I hope you know that if you think the same thing that Harry Sanders does, you're wrong.
Harry, please resign. Go on to the House.
Several of today's protesters, along with the Lowndes County chapter of the NAACP, are planning for another peaceful protest outside the courthouse for the board's next meeting, which is scheduled for Monday. All right, we're going to send things back over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. Keith, it was hot and humid out there today. It's going to be tomorrow and, you know, I guess forever.
Hot and humid, back to you. Isn't that
hey,
what
that's
you
what
said?
I said, didn't I?
with a chance for some storms. Can't forget about the storms. We had a few of these towering clouds here earlier this evening. Always nice to see. Now it's nice to get underneath one of those to cool things down a little bit. Stay connected with us here. I'm back next after the break with your full forecast.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
We'll start out tonight's show with the First Alert forecast. We've got Ellie, and Ellie getting ready for bed. Aren't we all at about 10:15 on a Tuesday night? There's Ellie. Great to see you here tonight. Scattered storms possible over the next 3 days. We know the drill this time of year. Warm, humid, daily storm chances. That will be the drill going for the rest of the work week and for the upcoming holiday weekend. Yes, can you believe Saturday the 4th of July, upper 80s, low 90s. It's not going to be a washout, but there will be some storms around from time to time. Speaking of that, let's go over to Vernon at Durham's Pharmacy this evening looking north. We had a few isolated thunderstorms move on through Lamar County earlier. Some gusty breezes, heavy downpours, and once those storms just moved east of Lamar County into Fayette County, Alabama, a little bit of hail fell over there too. You can see that complex falling apart southeast of Birmingham right now. But now we are watching these storms up here near Savannah, Tennessee. A pretty good lightning show if you're watching north of Tupelo. If you are looking to the north tonight, look at that. This whole thing is moving east-southeast, so it looks like these areas from Corinth to Iuka, Boonville, Belmont, over here in the northwestern Alabama, we'll have a better chance for some showers and storms over the next couple of hours here. Maybe a little bit farther south too later on tonight. We'll just keep that opportunity for some showers and storms in the forecast for our Tuesday night. Mid-70s. Wow, it's going to be a muggy night, so keep the fans and the air conditioners going. Tomorrow, a level 1 threat for some isolated severe weather. Strong wind gusts, the main concern at any time. These storm complexes this time of year love to produce some gusty wind. And we may see storm complexes here at any time over the next few days here. Tonight we're dealing with one. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, maybe another one or two, even into our Thursday as well. So it's really hard to time out. The forecast models have a very difficult time pinpointing exactly when and where these storms will arrive. But they are possible just about any time. And once one gets going, it could tend to last a little bit longer, produce some gusty wind. We will stay muggy or miserable as far as that comfort index is concerned through the holiday weekend. So just watch out for your friends, your neighbors, your pets, of course, and just stay hydrated, stay cool if you will be spending any time outdoors with this very warm and humid air mass in place. Tupelo tomorrow, we start out in the 70s, back up to around 90 degrees. And at any day or at any time tomorrow, we may see a storm. But outside of any storm, the heat index could be flirting with 100 degrees yet again. Here's your AccuWeather 70 forecast. Upper 80s, low 90s for the next couple of days, plus or minus 90 degrees, let's say. Lows in the 70s. Daily opportunities for some storms. Not all day washouts here, we don't think, but there will be some storms around, including your holiday weekend.
Yeah, we just need to drop them chances on the holiday weekend. Thanks, Keith. Well, he may not have lived to be the 2,000-year-old man, but he left us over a half a century of laughs. We look back at a comic genius when we come back.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Scott Martin.
The world of television has lost one of its pioneering geniuses, actor, writer, producer, director, and all-around funny guy, Carl Reiner. He's died at the age of 98. CBS's Chris Martinez has a look back at his career.
Every morning, I pick up my newspaper, get the obituary section, and see if I'm listed. If I'm not, I'll have my breakfast.
Carl Reiner has made us laugh for more than 60 years. Born in the Bronx in 1922, he first gained national fame as a writer and performer on Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows in the 50s.
Last month
of you did the same thing. You bet $100 that Columbus has 3 ships that sail to America with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Maria Riva.
His co-writers on the live sketch comedy series included future luminaries Neil Simon and Mel Brooks. He and Brooks remained best friends into their golden years. The pair teamed up to form a legendary comic duo. Their most famous routine, the 2,000-year-old man.
Many, many hundreds of years ago, most men had more than one wife.
Yeah.
Did you practice polygamy in those days?
I never practiced it. I was perfect at it.
In the 60s, Reiner created the show Head of the Family, based on his life as a comedy writer. But it flopped, so he tinkered with it, recast it, and it became
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Ceding the lead to Dick Van Dyke, Reiner took on the role of pompous boss Alan Brady.
Lillian, is that you, Lillian?
Yes, Alan.
The Dick Van Dyke Show ran on CBS for 5 years, earning 15 Emmys.
I can't write jokes. There are guys who write jokes that I would love to be able to write jokes, but I have a funny bent in my head, so I will go straight, and all of a sudden something will occur to me that will make it funny.
Reiner also found success on the big screen, directing movies, including 4 with Steve Martin and co-starring in the Ocean's 11 franchise.
We're just supposed to walk out of there with $150 million in cash? Yeah. Oh.
He was also the father of a famous son, actor-director Rob Reiner. It was Rob's mother, Carl's beloved wife Estelle, that delivered one of the most memorable lines in movie history.
I'll have what she's having.
In his twilight years, Reiner remained sharp, tweeting, writing, and performing. In 2017, he and his famous nonagenarian friends starred in the HBO documentary, If You're Not in the Obit, Eat Breakfast.
I'm faking vitality. He's got vitality.
Together with his famous friends, Carl Reiner showed the world age is just a number, and funny is forever. Chris Martinez, CBS News.
All right, obviously, I'm not Tom Ebel. We let him go early on his last night here at WCBI. But the high school football tour, it continues. Stop number 9 lands us in the sweet potato country with the Vardaman Rams. The Rams are coming off a tough winless season, but are locked and ready to make some noise this season.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour is brought to you by Itawamba Community College, Cannon Ford of Starkville, Monroe County Farm Bureau, Max South Broadband, and the Bank of Vernon.
The Vardaman Rams entered a 2020 campaign with several goals, but one in particular stands out.
To be the most improved team in the state.
In year 1 under head coach Brennan Pugh, the Rams were unable to secure a win. Now heading into year 2, the team believes their hard work will pay off.
We're just trying to get them all to show up, work hard, listen, and compete every day. And, that's what we've been kind of saying from the get-go is just put in the work, give it your best every day and let the results take care of themselves.
The people that's been here and the days that we can make it and everything, I think everybody that's been here has been putting in the work that they need to be putting in.
We all been trying to do our part for the team, all of us been showing up, working hard and having fun with it. So I think we're doing a lot better than we were last year.
The Rams bring back their starting quarterback and senior leader Britton Bailey, who looks to take his play up a notch. With Bailey returning, Vardaman feels confident about where the offense stands.
Definitely gotten a lot better at getting in the groove of everything and knowing how things work, and he's really good. It brings us more together, if your quarterback's on the same page as everybody else is. And
I think he's one of the best ones. He works with the whole line, works good with the receivers, so he's definitely strong.
That strength and grit can't be only said about Bailey, but for the whole team as well. Coaches and players emphasize that this group is giving its all to make this season a good season.
We got some guys that are very dedicated. A couple guys, one guy in particular comes to mind that he didn't have a ride one morning. He woke up at 4 o'clock and walked 2.5 miles to get to workouts at 6 o'clock in the morning. So guys like that really make it worth your while when you come here and you show up and you know that you got some kids that are putting that much effort in it. It really makes you as a coach want to put that much for them.
I love this team. I wake up every morning ready to practice with them. It makes my day.
Vardaman kicks off the season with the road matchup against Myrtle August 21st. Reporting in Vardaman, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour with Vardaman High School is brought to you by Town of Vardaman City Hall and St. James United Methodist Church.
Still watching these gusty storms with some lightning and heavy downpours in Tennessee. Some of that clipping northeastern Mississippi, already some cells up there, but no severe weather expected here this evening. Downpours, lightning, and some additional rain chances here, Scott, for the next 7 days.
Other than that, just hot and humid.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Keith. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.